All right, everybody, welcome back to your second lesson of grammar. Let me share my screen with you and we'll get started. So our second lesson is about describing habits. Okay, there's lots of ways to describe habits. So pay attention, make sure you understand everything. And if you have any questions, feel free to give me a chat. Okay, so one way that you can describe habits is actually using the word will. And it's strange because you think of the word will as future, but you can actually use that word also to describe present habits and behavior, either good habits or bad habits. So I might say something like, she'll tell you everything she's done during the day, even if you're not interested. It means that she will do it, she does it, and basically it's what she always does. And so it's just another way of describing somebody or something and what they typically do. So you are probably used to using present simple as the best way to describe present habits, but keep in mind that we often use the word will as another way to describe present habits. Here's another example. He'll always bring me flowers. Or you might say, Mr. Michael will always give you a hard time in class. So it just means it's something that I usually do. All right, let's look at some other ways. You can also use the present continuous plus the word always or keeps plus ing plus or will plus keep plus ing in the same way. And this often implies annoyance. And if you listen to the first video from Grammar 1.1, we quickly went over this when we said he's always doing this, and to mean that he does it in an annoying, it's something he does that's often annoying. So let's look at this example. He's always telling me what to do. So it's probably something annoying when somebody is always telling you what to do. They're kind of bossy. But keep in mind, we're using this continuous form with the word always. And here, another way is to use keeps plus ing. She keeps texting me. So you can kind of tell from that it's something she does often, and maybe you want her to stop. She keeps texting me. Or they will keep nagging me to go and visit them. So just like we use will up here to show present habit, if we add will and keep plus ing, it's a habit again, but again, it kind of implies that it's kind of annoying. They will keep nagging me. It's like they always do it over and over again. Now, you guys have learned this one lots of times here at HTU with the Pearson program, using used to or would to describe past habits and behaviors. Okay, my parents wouldn't drive me to parties on Saturday nights. So that's just something that they wouldn't do often in the past. They used to make me stay at home. So again, it's a past habit, something that was a habit in the past. Now remember, when we use would or wouldn't like this to show past habit, you cannot use that with stative verbs. So otherwise, used to and would are the same when we're talking about past habits. The big difference is you cannot use would to talk about past habits that have to do with stative verbs. So it's okay to say he would get angry very easily, but you cannot say he would be angry very easily because be is a state verb, and you cannot use that with would for past habit. Okay, so we can also use past continuous plus always, or kept plus ing, or would keep plus ing in that same way that we use it up here with present continuous. So they were always complaining, so that's a past habit that's annoying. We kept asking for a refund, but we were ignored. So we were doing it over and over again in maybe an annoying way. He would keep going on about his brother. It drove me mad. So again, this is the one, sorry, up here is for more like present habits that are annoying, and here are for past habits that are annoying. Okay, and if we go on, we can use this verb keep with on to emphasize that the action is repeated frequently. Sorry, I keep on forgetting your name. And we can also use tend to describe typical states. She tends to shout a lot. My parents tended to be very laid back. And notice, depending on which tense you want, you can just keep it in the present simple or past tense, past simple. And then with spoken grammar, we can use the word will and would to stress that annoyance even just a little bit more. He will turn up late. They wouldn't listen to me. So we could just say he turns up late often, but if we add that will, it kind of emphasizes that annoyance just a little bit more. Okay, look at some other expressions that we use to express habits. I'm inclined to, I have an inclination to. Basically, those mean the exact same thing as I tend to or I keep on. Okay, I'm happy to, I tend to, I have a tendency to. Really, all those mean basically the same thing, and just something that is a repeated action, especially as a habit. I'm prone to is very similar to I'm likely. I'll spend hours doing, I'd spend hours doing. We use ing here with this. As a rule, I. So again, that's just a phrase. Once you add as a rule, probably they're going to tell you a habit that they like to do. 9 times out of 10, I. Again, they're going to tell you a habit that they have or what they're likely to do. Andy is inclined to act first and think later. So again, that means the same thing as Andy tends to, Andy is likely to, Andy has a tendency to. They all mean the same. I'm prone to falling asleep in front of the TV in the evenings. And so again, I'm likely to fall asleep, but notice with I'm prone to, we use ing. He has a tendency to be very critical, and this makes him unpopular. So again, that just means he's likely to. So different ways to say the same thing, talking about habits, whether in the present or the past. Keep in mind that some of these often imply that there's a little bit of annoyance when you do something that people don't find all that great. You already know would and used to. We have a little bit of future that you can use as a present habit. And of course, you guys already know that we can use present simple for habits. You've been learning that probably since Taujihi. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I will give you this practice to show me that you understand everything. And we'll see you in class. Talk to you later. Bye.